Hello, namaskar. It's 30th of April. Now it's 3:30. It's Saturday afternoon. I'm just downstairs doing some work. I'd like to talk today about my experience is a little something that I would comment about government offices, Only recently, it was about, let me see, yesterday, I think I was in a government office trying to inquire about my privilege, some of my rights, my privilege that is due to me since I'm making regular contributions and so. To my surprise, I never went there before. I don't make any claims because I don't get sick often. But to my surprise, when I went there, it was so much different. People know you at the university. They know you at the Ministry of Health, it's not so bad. At the bank, it's not so bad. But when you go there, like it's totally the people like they're in a different world, a different setting, a different, what we say, a different world, a different reality altogether, Just by choosing to speak to somebody, it can offset the staff. Then they have this bouncing system. This bouncing system was there in UG when you go to the Borstry. Due to lack of space, they have some rows of seats. People would start from the back. From the back, they would start to pack and bounce. As they go to the counter, to the receptionist, they bounce. Call it the bouncing room, the waiting room. This is a system now implemented in Guyana. I think some people start to complain at UG. And then the adamantine nature of the official is that to have it spread all over. So everybody now, when you go somewhere, they have to sit down. Longer they used to have cards, and they have this card system where they would where their turn number. Now they're sitting in fill up all the seat, then they're bouncing. As one go, they're bouncing the other seat, bouncing the other seat. Like this kind of like self-destructive, like they kind of feel that they're kind of feel that by doing this they're somehow being resistant, revolutionary, against slavery, enslavement, or some kind of what they say, rigidity or system, So some people like to be rebellious, they don't follow the rationality. What is right, what is wrong. Just like the adamant. Then when they got sick, they get ill, and COVID-19 pandemic, epidemic like the HIV, it goes all over and affect everybody else. So stupid people make mistake and everybody got to pay for it. Like a saying goes, Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all. So when you go to government office, this bouncing system is there. People stop going one by one, sitting. You could have sit randomly as you like, but now you have to sit after the last person. And then as the first one go out, they will drift down and drift. So you drift in each other's. I know this proximity and this coziness that is being tolerated. They say it's there. If you don't like the government system, don't accept it, don't take it, But that's not the way. People have to fight against system. People have to fight against the wrong, have to fight against inequality, fight what is detrimental to people, to have change, to bring about change. And if they don't cause change, there will be no evolution of the system. How did we get computer if people did not struggle to make changes? How did we get modern facilities and all these new things that is coming into government offices and other offices and organizations and corporations? If people did not make effort for change, you can't remain the same all the time. If you suggest to someone, like one chair was at the doorway, I said, no, I prefer to stand. Because a young lady just vacated the chair. Lady said, well, I don't want you to stand. I have other people, the people passing in and out as if that was the first time I've been there. I know the system, you could stand, many people come, they have to congregate. Then two of them stand up at the doorway, one on the left side and one on the right shoulder of the door. You can't pass. This is a passing if there's another seat inside. So I said, no, I went in the doorway, clear away, then I'll go away. Then one of the lady turned around and laughed in a wicked, evil tone. It sounded, So these are the sort of things you have. I want to know whether people in the government system, they have rules that they live by, whether they have code of conduct, ethics. I know they have job description in the pharmacy. They have ethical behavior. You have to live by certain ethics. And if you're not ethical, you're not a pharmacist. And people don't respect you, whatever how much you earn or qualify. If I know in the British system, they had levels of status of people want status in society where they're respected due to their behavior, their conduct, the achievement, the status, like they have the baron, the duke, the lord, the sir, you know, and all these people have respect, right? So here you live in a third world where we become liberated from British. People don't know about why these finer things were set in place. You know, history and long ancient times set certain system in place, and you rebel against it because you don't like it. You don't want the system have you enslaved and have you too much in a model, a rigid model, you know. So people rebel and now they're free, more liberalism. And freedom is not it. You have to be disciplined. If you can't discipline yourself, there's no happiness. The yogis and Indian mystics, they say the whole creation came through penance of the mystics. Through their penance, the world came into existence, or through yoga, the world came. So if there's no discipline, there's no system, you just living, you know, in a very low level, in a very bad level that is detrimental to yourself and to others, people who are pulling into it also. So we have to know and respect other people's preference. If someone says he doesn't want to stand or he doesn't want to sit, it's his freedom, you know. There's certain amount of freedom, you know. You just can't take away people's free will like that, you know. This is the show that our bosses and some of the seniors who are operating the system here